So recently, Hannah put out another video in which she claims that while following a strict high-carb, low-fat vegan diet, raw till forest style, she put on 30 pounds. Today I'm going to demonstrate why I don't believe that to be true. Alright, so bring on the hate.
As most of you know, I was following raw till 4 and the 2,500 calorie a day minimum, and I gained 30 pounds and I really feel like crap about myself, and I was eating all fruit during the day, eating low fat starches at night, very low fat 95-5 ratio, but I was following the 2,500 calorie a day minimum, and I just wanted to show you guys what I look like in the mirror after gaining 30 pounds.
Hey guys, it's Lauren here. So today I'm going to be talking to you about something that's probably going to make a few people angry with me. And for that reason I have hesitated, but I have to put this information out there. I have to hear what other people are going to say on the topic. I have to try and help clear up some of the confusion that I see happening as a result of things being said by another YouTuber. So this video is again going to be about high carb Hannah, and I know I can hear people rolling their eyes at me because I've already done a video in response to some of the things that Hannah has said. However, this video is sort of a response to my original video I did about Hannah, and specifically some of the comments that I got on that video. So there was one person who really tried to rip that video to shreds in as many ways as possible. She said over and over again about how I was wrong and that eating too many carbs made Hannah gain 30 plus pounds. She actually said 40 plus pounds. And when I asked her why she thought that, she said, Hannah said that she did the program correctly, that she didn't binge, that she followed it and it made her gain all this weight. Now, I encourage this person to look back into Hannah's old videos and decide for themselves if they really thought that that was the case. But some people just really don't want to hear it. So today I'm going to be putting that information out there. You can do with it what you like, but I think that in this community we have a responsibility to keep each other accountable, especially where other people are being influenced. What one person does with their diet, with their lifestyle, really does not concern me, but when that person has a large following on YouTube and they are being deceiving, that I believe that they are being deceiving, that's when I'm going to step in and say, I know to the contrary, and I'm going to share it with you all. Now, this video is not about hating, it is not about trashing, it is not about trying to up my subscriber count. It really is just about trying to help other people see a particular situation for what it really is. And before I get a whole heap of hate from either Hannah's followers or other people who think I shouldn't be doing this video, I would just like to remind you of a video that Hannah did, which she titled Why Raw Till 4 Doesn't Work. And in this video, Hannah discusses Freely's weight loss and references some of Freely's old videos. This is really all I'm doing today. I'm not going to be talking about conversations I've had with Hannah. I'm not going to be talking about conversations that Hannah has had with other people. I'm only going to be referencing the things that she's put online for anybody to see. Anybody can go and see this information and interpret it how they'd like.
There's this one big elephant in the room that nobody talks about. And I am not hating here, okay? 100% I am not hating. I am just saying she was so desperate to lose weight that she cycled across a country. But you don't have to believe me. Freely will tell you herself.
Obsessed with it. I was so obsessed with weight loss.
So recently, Hannah put out another video in which she claims that while following a strict high-carb, low-fat vegan diet, raw till forest style, she put on 30 pounds. Today I'm going to try and demonstrate why I don't believe that to be true. So the first thing I did was go back to Hannah's earliest videos, and she started making videos right at the beginning of switching to a high-carb, low-fat vegan diet. Now, Hannah starts out for a number of months attempting an all-raw diet, and in these months she addresses her, not only her dieting history, but some of her substance abuse issues as well.
So this is where I came from. You know, I drank alcohol a lot. I would say probably every other day. Got drunk every weekend with my friends. Smoked cigarettes for 12 years. Took Adderall and prescription drugs for 3 years straight every single day. Trying to lose weight, and the only way that I thought that was possible was by calorie restricting. So I did this stupid thing. You can read about it, but it's where you fast all day long and then you feast at dinner time. That's what I did for a really, really long time. So basically my diet for the past 2 years has been a vegan diet, and I didn't eat basically anything until 4 or 5 o'clock at night. But when I was doing this, I was also drinking a lot of alcohol. I was smoking cigarettes every day. I was taking Adderall. So like my day went, I would wake up in the morning, I would go outside, smoke a cigarette, take my Adderall, drink like 2 cups of coffee, go to the bathroom, go smoke another cigarette, drink like 2 more cups of coffee, go to work, drink water all day, and drink coffee, keep drinking coffee and more coffee, and smoking more and more cigarettes. And then around like 4 o'clock, I would come home, literally like walk my dog around the block, open a bottle of wine, and like make something to eat for dinner.
So right away, I have to say that Hannah has quite the history, both with dieting and with substance abuse. And these are things that can easily affect a person's weight, especially when they first start eating enough calories for the first time in years. And whether you want to believe it or not, if you have a history of abusing your body, you do have a debt to pay. Most people don't just jump into a healthy lifestyle and immediately drop all the weight, turn healthy like that. You didn't get to where you are overnight, and therefore it is going to take some time to get healthy. So Hannah attempts to follow a raw diet, a 100% raw vegan diet, and she struggles with this, as many people do. It is a very hard diet to maintain for a lot of people, especially if you're not eating enough food. So Hannah goes on and off of being a raw vegan for her first couple months on the lifestyle, and she does express her difficulties with this. So after a couple of months, as either the result of not being satisfied or perhaps not seeing the results that she wanted, she decided to start orange juice fasting. Now on her first attempt, Hannah lasts about 5 or 6 days juice fasting.
And here I am today on day 5 of only orange juice.
In her next video, which is 3 weeks later, she talks about completely falling off the wagon and binging on a bunch of high-fat vegan junk food.
Over Thanksgiving, I was eating some low-fat cooked food. It's a huge trigger. Like, once I have cooked food, then I start to eat like high-fat vegan foods, and then over Thanksgiving I ended up drinking like a little bit of alcohol, which then led to me smoking cigarettes, and I literally just went total 180 back from where I had been when I started in September.
So after this, Hannah again attempts the orange juice fast, and she actually starts and stops 4 times within a 5-week period for a total of 23 days on an orange juice fast. Now, this is significant because Hannah talks many times about wanting to lose weight as a result of the fast, and it becomes evident that she's not eating nearly enough.
I juice like 5 oranges at a time, and that makes 16 ounces of orange juice, or 2 cups. And then I'll drink that as like a meal. So, but I've been eating or having like 20 juiced oranges a day.
So 20 oranges a day divided by 5 oranges a meal is 4 times 16 ounces of orange juice a day that she's drinking, which is roughly 890 calories per day. Now, this is nowhere close to the calorie minimum that Raw Till 4 recommends of 2,500 calories a day. In fact, the main reason that that minimum exists is to prevent people from doing things like juice fasts in which they only drink 890 calories a day. It is no wonder that Hannah wasn't able to stick to this.
It's not like day 3 is really hard. I guess my real challenge is going to be getting past day 7, because that's the thing that I've never done to this point. On day 7 of my fast, I ate some dates and screwed up my fast. So, starting again today, I want to do like 54 days from now. I'm not going to weigh myself until the very end of this fast, because I think that's kind of why I was a little, like, why I ate the dates. Because I had 3 days where my weight didn't budge.
Now, it's important to note that while juice fasting is technically high carb, low fat, it is not something that is recommended on either Raw Till 4 or 80-10-10. So to count that towards your time that you are supposedly following one of these diets doesn't make any sense. So the whole reason that there is a minimum placed on programs such as Raw Till 4 is to prevent people from making some of the mistakes that Hannah is making by drinking 900 calories a day through a juice fast for an extended period of time. When we starve ourselves of calories, we break down not only our fat but also our muscle. And it is a widely known fact that someone with more muscle has a faster metabolism. So at this point, all Hannah is doing is slowing down her metabolism so that when she does start eating again, she's going to just rebound all that weight like it's nothing. This is something that I have personal experience with, having come from a past of calorie restriction, and this is something that happens to a lot of people when they start this lifestyle. And the reason I want to talk about this is because whether or not Hannah gained weight as a result of eating a lot of carbs, you have to look at what she's doing before she started eating sufficient calories. Our dieting history and the history of our health are very important when it comes to determining how much we lose or gain on any lifestyle. Now, before I go any further, I do want to point out the fact that I have not cherry-picked any of this information. I have not manipulated any of the dates or anything like that. I have not made things that Hannah said sound like something else, because there really was no need for any of that. I really wanted this to just be a truthful representation of her past and her journey through the lifestyle. You can go back into her videos and see for yourself. So in several of her videos, Hannah herself discusses the importance of getting enough calories.
But I find myself when I'm under carbs or when I'm hungry that I start thinking like, oh, I'll just go out and get some drinks or whatever. Like, who cares? I'll just throw my hands up in the air. But then I'm like, no, just eat some mangoes. Because I start thinking like, this is so hard. This is so hard. I can't do it. Blah, blah, blah. But then I eat like a mango or two and I'm like, this is the best life ever. And then I'm fine. So I've realized that when I'm undercarbed, when I'm hungry, when I just need some sugar, I start getting into my like depressive mode where I just want to give up and go like destroy my life.
So after her 4th failed attempt at a starvation juice fast, Hannah disappears from YouTube for 3.5 months. There are no updates, there's no word on whether or not she's following the lifestyle, and when she comes back 3.5 months later, this is what she has to say.
Yeah, I completely just fucked everything up. Like, I went back to alcohol, cigarettes, animal products, which one night, I got really drunk and I ordered like pizza and chicken wings and I had like ice cream, and I'm going to post some pictures. I took these today. This is what I look like. I weigh 175 pounds. I'm 5'5". It's just ridiculous. I let everything in my life just like fall apart. I did. So, time to carve the fuck up. I just wanted to document this. Hold myself responsible for it. Smashing my fucking fruit, my carbs. And that's what it's time for.
Now, this is not about picking on Hannah or anything like that. I actually find her story of the things that she has overcome and the successes that she has had very inspiring. But she doesn't ever focus on this in her videos, at least not nearly as much as she focuses on blaming Raw Till 4 for her weight gain. And I'm not sure if I need to point out the fact that up until this point, she has not yet discussed even following Raw Till 4. She has discussed being all raw, she has discussed being on juice fasts for nearly a month, she has discussed having some cooked food as a backup, and she has discussed binging on high-fat vegan food, even some animal products. So far, I'm not seeing a significant amount of time in which she was consistent on raw till 4, or that she was even following 2,500 calories a day. So this is at the end of April. She states her weight to be 175 pounds. Now, she has stated in other videos that her highest weight that she hit as a result of gaining weight on raw till 4 is 188 pounds. So, like I said, up until this point, she hasn't been on raw till 4. I'm not exactly sure where the 30-pound weight gain number came from. So it is at this point that Hannah starts talking about eating more calories, but she doesn't talk about it as something that someone else has told her to do. She talks about it from the perspective that it is something that she really needs and that she's hungry for calories, and she even has reasons why she thinks that this is an extremely healthy thing, which it is, coming from somebody with her background and her recent experience with calorie restriction.
I just wanted to make a video because I ate a shit load of calories today, and I feel really good. Like, I'm like high on life right now. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I always, like, when I would do, you know, raw till 4, 80 to 10 or whatever, I always, like, thought that I could only eat, like, 2,500 calories, and if I ate more, I was gonna gain weight and, like, whatever. But I realized, like, I weigh 175 pounds, like, and I'm working out. I'm gonna need more calories than, like, 2,500 a day. So I've just been friggin' starving, like, eating a ton of calories.
Now, as I said, I've not cherry-picked any of this information. I really do want it to just be an accurate representation of the things that Hannah said about her journey into the lifestyle. So that being said, she does have one video where she discusses some weight gain as a result of finally starting to eat sufficient calories. She says she gains 7 pounds within a month, 3 weeks of which were spent following a raw till 4 style diet and eating calories to suit her appetite. So at this point, Hannah leaves YouTube again, this time for 5 weeks. We don't hear anything from her, and when she does come back at the end of June, this is what she has to say.
I did fail on the fully raw diet and the raw till 4 diet. As most of you know, I've been screwing around with fully raw and being raw till 4 since like last September. And I recently realized, like a couple weeks ago, that it just doesn't work for me. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with either diet. I think that people eat differently, but being raw till 4 was a lot easier for me. But what I've realized lately is, like, I cannot stick to it, and I don't know what my problem is. I'm not satisfied eating a fully raw diet or a raw till 4 diet. And I actually started following the starch solution diet, which has been working incredibly well.
So I've said it many times, I believe Hannah has said it as well, that you do need to find the version of this lifestyle that works for you and that you can maintain long term. So for Hannah, that is starch solution. For me, that's sort of a mix between either raw till noon or raw till 4. And really, up until this point, that's all Hannah's done, is try and figure out the best way to follow this lifestyle. With this, I have zero problems. I actually find it extremely helpful for other people to see, except that she doesn't really address that side of it. She only talks about all the ways in which raw till 4 failed her. So given that at this time she's been following starch solution for 3 weeks, that really only leaves about 4.5 to 5 weeks in which she actually claimed to be following raw till 4 and that she actually was eating a minimum of 2,500 calories. But she doesn't explain it as following any minimum, she just explains it as eating to suit her appetite. So the reason I wanted to do this video is because I get comments on my channel all the time, and I've seen comments on other channels about how carbs must make you fat because look what happened to Hannah. And when I hear people talk about how she followed the lifestyle to a T and she wasn't successful with it, I just wish that people would go back into her videos and maybe see some of the things that she was struggling with, because as far as I can tell, there really was not a long period of time at all, nothing more than sort of 4 or 5 weeks where she followed any one particular diet. And in between those different approaches to the lifestyle, she was falling off the wagon, often eating high-fat vegan junk food, sometimes even animal products, alcohol, cigarettes. These are things that are all going to contribute to weight gain. So after the video that we just discussed, Hannah goes to Thailand to the Raw Till 4 Thai Fruit Fest, where I actually met her, and I know that she was only there for 7 or 8 days, and when she comes back, this is what she has to say.
As most of you know, I was following Raw Till 4 and the 2,500 calorie a day minimum, and I gained 30 pounds, and I really feel like crap about myself, and I was eating all fruit during the day, eating low-fat starches at night, very low-fat, 95-5 ratio, but I was following the 2,500 calorie a day minimum.
Now, Hannah has stated many times that her weight gain is the result of eating too many calories on Raw Till 4, trying to match the calories that somebody else told her that she needed to be eating. But she really never talks in her videos about smashing in the calories. She really just talks about trying to best suit her appetite.
I'm planning to eat at least 3,500 calories a day because I find that I feel a lot better when I eat more, and the weight loss seems to go a lot quicker when I actually eat more. Now I am at 3,700 calories for the day that I've already eaten, but I ate a lot of food today, and I probably could eat more when I get back from the gym. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I've been eating a lot of food, and I feel like it's a good thing. Like, as long as you're hungry, you should be eating as much food as your body tells you to, because that's, I mean, how else are you going to heal your body if you don't listen to it? And if I need to eat 4,500 calories a day, it is okay to eat a lot of food if you're hungry.
There's even a time when she says she's eating closer to 2,000 calories a day and that she feels good on that. She never talks about feeling pressured into eating a minimum of 2,500 calories a day.
In the last couple of days, my appetite has legitimately just gone like down to like not as much as what it was before, at least. So I've been eating a lot less. I think it's because in the beginning I was eating like 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day, and I think that's because I was so undernourished from my previous cooked high-fat vegan diet that my body was just like, give me tons of fruit and vegetables and all of that. So it's kind of calmed down the last couple of days. I've only been eating like 2,000 calories, so it's about 1,000 to 1,500 less a day. But I think it's a good thing. I think my body is coming to that point where it's, you know, rebalancing and just kind of finding its equilibrium and going like, okay, well, this is what we're going to be doing, you know. We don't actually really need 3,500 calories a day. So.
There is only one video in which she references stuffing herself full, and it is when she is following the 80-10-10 style diet. It is early on in her journey. She does not discuss it being the result of following Raw Till 4. Alright guys, so I did not mean this to be some sort of roast or anything like that. I'm tired of getting comments on my channel and seeing comments on other channels about how carbs can make you fat. Because in my video, Why Carbs Don't Make You Fat, I outline why that is very unlikely. Now, I'm not discrediting the fact that there are people that come to this lifestyle and put on weight. I know that that happens. I'm not going to say that that never happens. Of course it does. But we have to take responsibility for our pasts, the things that we have done to our bodies, the amount of time that we spent calorie restricting, because those things are all things that you have to make up for and truly heal before your body is going to trust you enough to release its fat stores. If you are someone that is struggling with gaining weight at the beginning of this lifestyle, there are 2 videos I would like to recommend from girls who really understand that we have to take responsibility for our past. We can't just blame it all on somebody else because that's easier. One from my friend Nicole, the other from my friend Katie. Both have amazing videos about taking responsibility, about owning up to the things that they've done to their body and trusting in the process. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments down below. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. I welcome all criticism. Okay guys, I feel like I have made this video way longer than I wanted to. So I hope that you enjoyed. Please let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. I will see you next time.